There's no way for us to know that we're playing a game wrong. You know what absolutely blew my mind the other day? So I was playing Black Rose Wars Rebirth with Candice from Board Game Geek the other day. And this is a game that I played a lot of times now. I've gone through so many of the expansions, nearly all of them by now. And when I got to her place, I realized that there was still some things that I got wrong. One thing was with the events track. It's a little bit unclear in the rulebook, and how we always played it was that the avatar or the AI in the game, the Rose, would score points every time it goes to the discard pile. But I think how the rules go is that first the events move to the right, and then if they take up a spot, then that card gets pushed to the discard pile, and then that's when the event scores. And that's a big deal because the Black Rose typically wins a lot of our games. So I was always wondering, like, is there something that we're playing wrong here? Because it shouldn't be winning this often. But then it got me thinking, like, there's no way for us to know that we're playing a game wrong. Like, if I'm just playing, for instance, Tabriz right now, there is absolutely no way for me to affirm that what I'm doing is correct. That's what's crazy, because most of us will not be posting and putting all these things online for other people to critique how we're playing. And the only other way for us to truly know whether or not we're playing a game right, I think there's three ways. First thing is if someone knows how to play the game in our group. That's one way. But then again, we would just be going off of each other, which is fine, but like, it's not a definitive way of knowing this is the right way to play a game. Second way we would know is if we actually got to play with the designer, which is rarely something that would ever happen unless like you happen to be playing it at a convention or something. And then they have like the official rules there, they have the publishers there. Of course, that would be one way for you to definitively say that you're playing the game correctly. And the last and final way is one that a lot of content creators deal with, and that is putting that gameplay online and having all of you tell us whether or not we're playing a game incorrectly, which many of you have kindly done so. And honestly, like, from a critiquing standpoint, I appreciate it a ton. I mean, the fact that people will just stop, watch your video, and then take time to critique and tell you, hey, like, this rule is wrong at this timestamp, that means a lot. Like, that's a big deal. Like, I think asking for people's time is one of the biggest currencies ever. But isn't that crazy though? If you never put your video online of you playing the game, if you never have played with a designer or a publisher, you will never know ever whether or not you're playing a game wrong. Like, truly. Of course, you can trust the rulebook, but again, every rulebook is subject to some kind of interpretation. And I think that kind of just blows my mind. It's like, I could be playing this game wrong for my whole entire life, and case in point, our classics. No one plays Monopoly correctly. No one plays a lot of the Uno and stuff. All those classics, no one plays that correctly, and we would never know because no one reads the rulebook for that specifically. And there's always just one set way of playing. And I think there was a big mindset shift when I first got into hobby, thinking like, this is how I learned how to play the game. This is how I'm gonna play it with everyone going forward. Like, that to me is a bad mind shift. As that mindset sort of matures and grows with experience, then the rulebook right here is what's gonna tell you whether or not you played it correctly, as much as you can. But I think there's also another way with apps. So there was, it was Dized, right? Dized was an app platform where it will show you how to play the game as you're setting it up. And I think it's one of the coolest apps ever. If only there was every single game available on that app. I know the last time I used it, it was for Finspan, and it was a wonderful tutorial. I think the fact that you can have your phone out, and then you are going to read the rules and set up as you go, like, okay, first set up the board, click next, this is how you do it, click next. Like, that's amazing. And I think that kind of integration into an app will tell you whether or not you're playing game correctly. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, but I think that's one really cool way to address whether or not you're playing a game correctly, is if the game has an app version. That's actually how I knew I was playing some rules wrong in Root, because I played the digital version. I'm like, wait a minute, this is how the Vagabond works for certain parts when you're getting weapons and everything. So I think with the integration of apps, no matter how you feel about apps and everything, I think the integration of apps and having this way to double check ourselves while playing board games is a great thing as it evolves a little more, because then that's one way it'll tell you, like, this is how you play the game correctly. but it also is more relevant to setup. I think there are a lot of nuances in gameplay that you truly won't understand unless like that tutorial has the gameplay implemented too, so that we can play all aspects of the game. And of course, that's going to get way more complicated if you're playing a game with a lot more edge cases. Like for instance, I can't even imagine an app based on Black Rose Wars because that one has so many edge cases. All in all, is it just me? Or do some of you share like this feeling too? Because we're just playing games for the most part, and yes, like we are having fun and everything, but there's that little question in the back of my brain always asking, am I playing this wrong? I think that's why I also have to stop myself from reading the rulebook while playing and enjoying the game, because then I just accept like, we're gonna play this way, it's been taught this way, I'm gonna play this way until I randomly find out it's wrong in some way or form. That's why I also read rulebooks for fun too, because there's always something that I feel like there's always something that I might be missing. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are about playing a board game and not knowing whether or not it's truly the right way to play. Do you just accept it? Do you post it online in like Reddit forums or something? How do you confirm what you're doing is right? Or are you just like me and you get to a point where you accept it, you play it that way until something comes along and tells you that you are doing it wrong. So with all that said, thank you so much Wolfpack for watching yet another vlog. Hope you all enjoyed it. And if you made it to the very, very end, go ahead and comment acceptance, because that's exactly what we do for all of us board gamers. Eventually, we just reach a point where we accept the way we're playing. If it's wrong, oh well, we'll find out when someone tells us down the line. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.